All right. Hello and welcome to the Weekly MANcast.
It is another week.
It is indeed another week, hence the new episode.
It's been another week for a couple days now.
Yeah, it has, actually. You're probably watching this a couple days later, so, yeah, well, you know.
It might actually be another extra week from another week because you're behind.
And maybe you're watching an archive of these in the future, and so it's in fact, not even 2009 anymore.
Wow, that's pretty creepy, dude.
Well, it's possible. I'm just covering all our bases here.
Well, it could be the future. Oh, no, it can't be the future.
Maybe the distant future. Maybe it's not even like modern, people. Maybe it's like future archaeological digs, and they dig up a server and they find it. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about that one. At any rate, welcome to the Weekly MANcast. We got a great episode planned for you today.
Hopefully you learn a lot of information in here.
Totally.
Now, this is informed information, though.
No.
No?
I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll get something out of it anyway.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so today we've got some tips for you. We got career fairs and stuff coming up or just recently passed, and of course there's going to be some later on. And it's important to make a good impression at these, and we thought we'd give you a few pointers.
So, the first tip. Let's think.
I think we should issue maybe a warning first. If you take us seriously, well, I guess we could just see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you take us seriously, we're not liable for anything that happens bad.
Yeah, but the good things, if you want to credit us for that, that's
yeah, I mean, you can just cite us on your resume. Wait,
yeah.
Are resumes supposed to have citations?
I think so. MLA format with a bibliography in the back.
Yeah, definitely. The 7th page of your resume is your works cited page.
Exactly. A resume should always, all right, rule number 1.
Yeah.
When you're making your resume, a resume should always be as long as possible. Okay?
In fact, using size 152 font is usually what I go for.
Exactly. You want it to be legible, so you have to use a large font. Also, the longer it is, it makes you look like a more accomplished person because it looks like you've done more things.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's important because these people are going through tons and tons of resumes a day. It's important that yours stands out and is very, very long so that they'll want to pick out every single detail.
Yeah, every single detail. And that's why, instead of bolding the power words, bold every other word.
Every single word that isn't a power word, because everybody bolds the power word, so it's important that you stand out. So bold things like the and
is.
Yeah, and make sure you use a lot of words like that instead of commas, because it takes up more space and makes you look more important.
And it makes it so they can see your actual ability to write.
Exactly. Always remember, use paragraphs, never use lists. Make long, eloquent expressions of your accomplishments. Like, rather than saying I worked at rather than saying employment, Starbucks 1 year, say, there was a year's time during which I was employed at a coffee serving facility. This was known as Starbucks, and while there, I learned how to grind coffee, and I worked with some. You get the idea. Make it very long-winded and descriptive. They want to hear that.
Yeah, and they want to make sure that you know how to express what you've done to other people.
And they want to make sure that you did in fact work there. I mean, anybody can say that they worked at Starbucks. I mean, how often do they actually call a reference, right?
Well, some people may go to Starbucks frequently enough that they can just be like, hey, is your manager here?
Exactly. So something like that, you got to be careful. Okay, so another thing to remember when writing resumes is font. Now, people reading resumes are going through these things all day, and they're getting sick of these black letters. Pick something interesting. Like if you have a color printer, use it. It's color for a reason. How often do you print out color pictures? Not very often. Your black ink gets used all the time, your color doesn't. So pick something vibrant like, pink.
Pink or yellow.
Orange. Yellow's a great one.
Possibly lime green, like this green.
That kind of green right there.
Yeah, that way when you're putting it on video, you can just green screen it out and have a picture rolling as the text.
Behind the text. It'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
If you're on camera. I mean, you can send a video of your resume.
I don't suggest doing that.
Oh, because nobody else has VHS players anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good point.
It's kind of an issue.
Don't send a video. All right, but no, it's important to remember, use a vibrant color font because it's just more fun. It's easier to read, easier on the eyes after sifting through all that black to read something in like yellow, bright yellow, or aggressive green or something like that. You know what I mean?
And make sure that the color of the paper and the color of the font are close.
Yeah, of course.
Because you don't want them to strain their eyes.
You don't want them to strain your eyes, and more importantly, you don't want the colors to clash. Because some people are very sensitive to that. I mean, some people are colorblind, but some people are very, they like a lot of people with, fashion, stuff like that, matching colors, things like that. People are into interior design these days. It's, it's a pretty...
everyone does black and white.
Yeah, black and white it's a little bit overdone, but there's nice combinations. What's popular right now is blue and brown, actually.
Oh, really?
So you could take blue paper and print brown text on it, or even better, take brown paper and print sparkly blue text on it, because you won't see it otherwise.
Oh, man.
And they'll actually have to hold it up to the light to read your resume properly.
Oh, that would be awesome.
But it'll be interesting and it'll make an impression.
I feel bad for the people back in the times when they only had typewriters.
I know.
Because the Courier New font is so boring.
Absolutely.
And everyone has the same font.
Exactly. You know what? Times New Roman, actually, that's kind of antiquated now. That was back in the day. That was back with Windows XP and before.
Yeah.
Now we use...
Calibri.
Calibri now.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a good font.
I actually like it a little bit better. But you know what? Everybody uses those, because everybody, unless they're a Mac user and uses, Word, Microsoft Word. And, it defaults to those fonts, and everybody uses those. So you want to stand out a little bit. Now, I would suggest Comic Sans, but everybody uses that too, because everybody knows about it.
Yeah. So, how about Joker Man?
Joker Man's good.
It's a good one, because even when they get bored reading your resume, they'll actually have cool pictures to look at.
Exactly. It's like, I'm here handing you a resume, so I'm obviously business-oriented, but I also like to have fun, too, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's like a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back.
That's exactly what Joker Man is. It's perfect. It's the mullet of resumes. Okay, so that just about wraps up our resume segment on the Weekly MANcast Business Edition.
Yeah, and considering, let's see, the College of Engineering has their career fair Tuesday.
Yes, they do.
Hopefully the subscribers get this before they go to the career fair.
Yeah, because you're going to want to make last-minute changes to your resume, obviously, now that you've found out all these important things.
Important, informative facts about resume building.
Absolutely. Next week, now that the career fair is over and you've all got interviews, we're going to be talking about interviews and how to make a good impression there.
And hopefully our mock interview that we do will help you out with your job that you probably won't get.
Oh, no, you'll definitely get it. With our interview tactics, absolutely. No
Guaranteed.
question.